What up, everybody? It's Holy Joe Rock and Roll in Lublin, here on Krakowskie Przedm, one of the main business districts for Lublin. And behind me, as I'm turning now, is the old town, the ancient old town, through that tunnel, through those walls, ancient walls, 12th century old town. We're going to go through there. We're going to go down most of the there's different trails. There's a Jewish trail, there's a Lublin historical trail, there's the King's Way, what have you. We're going to go down through that hole right there, and we're going to see what we can see. It leads you from here, Krakowskie Przedm, into the old town, all the way through the old Jewish quarter to the castle and Ulica pod Wawelem, which is the street below the castle, also full of shops and restaurants, stuff like that.
Here I'm actually walking backwards. I'm facing Krakowskie Przedm, but as I turn around, you'll see the entranceway to the old town and that tunnel we talked about. There it is. Now we're inside the old town. You can see the nicely painted buildings, classic style, 12th century. There's a big building coming up. I believe this is the Rathaus, or the mayor's building, or at least it used to be, the old days. There's a lot of restaurants here. Pretty much it's restaurants and bars in this quarter, nicely packed together, and cobblestone streets. It's closed off to traffic, so it's a pedestrian paradise. At the end of the old town, there's actually another tunnel. I'm actually walking backwards here, so I'm facing Krakowskie Przedm. At the end, I'll turn around and face the passageway to the castle. There's the passageway to the castle from that second tunnel, and you can see it's a beautiful structure.
Holy Joe Rock and Roll at the end of the tourist trail. At the castle at the end. We're going to go inside this castle built in the 12th century and take a look.
Once inside the castle grounds, you'll see a well, an ancient well, and that's what we're looking at here. Still works, I guess, but it's just for looking at. Here I am panned back from the well, and I'm going to turn to the left and kind of give you a panoramic view of the castle grounds. I'm inside the castle grounds. There's a prison tower. It was used for noble prisoners back in the early days, 12th century, whatnot. Later on, the Nazis used it, kept thousands of prisoners in there, tortured them. And of course, when the Russians came, these bastards used it for prison as well, torturing Polish people. There's some cannons on the ground there, some ancient cannons. I'm sure they saw some action. This is a peaceful castle. It's kind of small. It's not as grand as the Wawel in Krakow, but it's still a nice place to come and see. I recommend it if you're in Lublin. It's free to come in, so no excuses for not seeing it. As I pan left from the castle, you'll see pod Wawelem. This is a street with a lot of shops and restaurants that's just below the castle. I'm back in the old town, and there is the ruins of an old church. This is a cast iron model of the church, and here are the ruins of where the church used to be. And if I crank my head all the way to the right, I can see the castle, and here's a better view of it from a distance.
reporting to you live. It's Holy Joe Rock and Roll in Lublin. Till next time, peace.